una cosa y empezamos
That's the beauty of it, right? These are the
ensayar
top
en una
players in the
partida.
world
Creo que
showing off the little things
que
that they
el
know
partido
that
de
really no
dúos,
one else can pick up on. Many teams already stacking
¿no?
here as there's so many materials to be farmed up. And for a lot of players, Ninja, once they get max, they don't just stop there. They keep farming to have an excess for more if they need to expend a lot of materials quickly. On the bottom right of your screen, you see a fight going down in Salty Springs. A lot of grenades being thrown right there. That's going to be Serpent and Hype.
Serpent and Hype in a pretty decent spot. If you guys can look on the mini-map that we're staring at, every single team is now in the safe zone. Everyone is safe in the next circle. It is moving in. Double heavy sniper is in play. For those of you guys who do not know, a heavy sniper will take out a metal wall. It'll take out pretty much anything. It does 1,500 damage to structures. So if you have two teammates who have double heavy snipers, they can see a team, line up a shot of somebody hiding in a 1-by-1 and be able to take them out.
And that changes the game completely. Once you hear double heavy, you can no longer sit still ever. Or if you know where they're at, you have to make sure you have at least 2 walls of cover on that side to protect you from the inevitable double snipe. And when we say double snipe, it's as far as 1, 2, 3, shoot. And they both fire at the same time and catch you off guard.
There's absolutely 0 time to react. And one thing you guys we've talked about are the rotation items. We got 6 shadows for this guy, and they have a baller, so they're sitting pretty. I think these guys are in a great spot.
Absolutely. And you see the zone did just update towards the northern side of this current storm. Storm Surge is now in play, so players beginning to drop. 80 players in total in this game. They will just rotate on out of here. Hype and Serpent don't want the fight. And that's Jay, now quite weak. With Storm Surge beginning to tick in, Quentin and Lanouf now having to push a fight as Storm Surge is affecting them as well. And you see it just kind of smites them down from the heavens, and there they go, getting dropped by Storm Surge. Unfortunate for them, but again, with not enough damage done, they do fall below that threshold.
Jeez, man, Storm Surge really does just force people into some pretty tricky situations. But again, man, it just goes to show a lot of aggressiveness is going to pay off for teams, man. You don't want to be put in that situation where, you know, you have to desperate and push. Maybe a duo that's better than you in combat. You know what I mean? And Airwax and Nikov.
That's a replay.
Was that a replay? They just went down.
Airwax and Nikov are winners. Well, Airwax at least are back-to-back winner of the Pro-Am. Does go down. Airwax double qualified as well. Tough first game for them as they do go out quite early on. 71 players left in this game. 38 duos. Again, it's a slow crawl as everyone begins to drop. Have you ever seen anything like this in competitive?
No, I think that the only time that we saw numbers like this were when the circles were they didn't really chunk that much and they were more centralized in the beginning of competitive. So really no one had to rotate that much and no one had to fight. So now that these circles are really just kind of moving around the map, you can't really predict them. I mean, getting these players who have, again, the great aim and they're just beaming people who are focusing on trying to rotate into the circle. Now look, there's so many people coming from the south right now. And it's just free kills if you guys are in a top position with solid aim, man. You're got Texture right now already getting beamed. He's spamming the spacebar, trying to make it as difficult as possible to hit. He sees a lot of, look at already trying to figure out right now, where's he going to land? Look at all these people who are already boxed up. They're already creating these tunnels. More shots coming down. And he's going to be able to make it. 8 grenades. So that's going to be, I mean, if he can get in a position where some players are already getting focused on the outside, 8 grenades, he might be able to clean up those kills too.
Yep, that's right there. They do box up in time. Did take some shield damage, but thankfully they have some minis to replenish that in just a few brief moments as there's Eclipse now using them. He's got his teammate right next door as well. Medkit, so they're going to pop that too. Every little bit of HP matters. Saving the campfire for the late game, it appears. Ronaldo
save the campfire.
In the elimination feed right there. Here's a look at Mongrel earlier with his duo Mitro. They're set up currently in this zone. 68 players left.
Love watching this guy play, man. I'm serious. I mean, here's, you just check his inventory. Only got 2 guns right now, which is inventory rifle and a combat shotgun. So he has no spray guns. All right, spray guns are, you know, anything like to an SMG, tactical assault rifle, SCAR, anything like that. You know, you've got to have a gun that can shoot pretty quickly to kill players and hit players through their 1-bys. You know, very difficult. Look at that healing too, though. Yeah. 5 slurps, 2 slurps, 5 chug splashes.
And they already have a slurp tipping. This is insane.
They're super close to the zone as well. They don't have to move too far.
Yep, and material-wise, look at that, 135 total builds. They're in a fantastic position to make some noise in game number 1. We'll definitely keep up to date with them. The slipstream slowly inching towards where it begins to shut down Ninja, but with so many slipstreams still available in this current zone, a lot of players are going to use that to rotate on in freely without using launch pads or the shadow bombs. There's your whole map right there. The eastern side of the zone. None of these players really going to be into play. They're going to have to inch a little bit more towards Loot Lake if they want to be safe.
Some of the best, I mean, look at these are the best players in the world, and look how close they are to one another, man. I'm so excited when they actually have to force into these fights. The Storm's going to start pushing them. Look how, I'm sorry, man. I just can't, man. If you guys notice also, Stinks, man, these players are so talented. It's going to be so hard to spray through their walls and actually deal damage to them. So you need things like grenades, like Stinks, right? Little fart bombs is what I like to call them, to force people out of their 1x1s and try to shoot them as they're rotating away and trying to build new 1x1s to dodge the Stinks.
You see the Stinks right now going down on Mongraal, and Mongraal gets immediately ripped in two as it seemed like the lobby began to focus him right there. His duo still alive.
With good rotation, luckily.
Definitely has a bunch to be able to play with. The next Storm Surge has begun to kick on in. Mitro, 12 damage below, will have to begin to put shots down range. The zone pushing as well. So in this position, with the zone at their back, Mitro's goal, spray at players who have to push from the zone. They have one way they can go. They can't afford to take storm damage. They've got to push right at him, and Mitro knows that. Now begins the fire. Dubs just below as well. One of the players who qualified multiple times through solos and then once in duos.
They also have some great rotation. 2 ballers still intact. And here's the thing that you just mentioned, all these players who are going to be rotating in, being forced to rotate in, everyone knows that.
Very little ammo though. Look, these are the last 9 assault rifle shots in Dubs' inventory. It is getting scrappy, folks. And there's the split. Still though only 80, meaning combined between the two, they really only have about 150 shots to work with. The zone still pushing. 61 players left. Reminder, folks, this is game number 1 of 6 today in the duos competition. Dubs does go down as a player got that back wall and he wasn't quite ready for it. Mega frantically backing on up, trying to create some space. Will he be able to...
He's going to be able to pop that, sir. He's got
the Storm Surge on.
Trying to be aggressive. Oh, he's still below, right? He's going to need to be aggressive. He won't even have time to revive his teammate. His teammate got finished, actually, so he's got all the shields in the world. He can get back up to full health. Storm Surge is still ripping him apart. That slurp is barely keeping him alive.
Hitting him for 25 damage every time it winds up ticking. There it is again, dropping on in. Mega's hand is forced. Some big damage right there, still below. As players are continuing to drop all around, but Mega doing a solid job of keeping himself alive right now through the Storm Surge. Fantastic composure. Again, one of the young players on this stage looking to try to secure the title of Fortnite World Champion. No more Dubs. The duo still down.
A las 7. Como que hay sesiones, ya sé.
Right there for his teammate, Inclusia, and you see Thomas, that epic infantry rifle, one of your favorite weapons, Ninja. What is so good about that assault rifle?
It 100% rewards pinpoint accurate players, right? There's no bloom necessary. Your marker, your aim is right on their head, boom, you're gonna get that headshot. You're gonna get 80 points of damage. And there's now the upgraded versions, the Legendary and the Epic, have 10 shots instead of 8. So, I mean, it just packs a punch, man. It can really catch players off guard, and that's exactly what you're going to need when you're playing against these top players who will literally build and protect themselves when they get shot once.
Folks, there are 45 players left in this very, very small zone. We are now on our 6th Storm. You see it's about to begin to move, and players will frantically have to go across the map. Zayt and Saf right now discussing exactly what they should drop, pulling up their map, looking exactly where they have to go. 44 left in this one.
We already got people using shockwave grenades, guys. This is a very far rotation for the second movement circle, so this is actually going to move very quickly. These people are going to potentially get stuck on their launch pads because there's so much frequent building. It's going to be nuts. And who's going to try to take the high ground? Because after this first circle goes, this is where people start to only try to use the high ground.
And we know high ground is everything in the Fortnite late game. Everyone frantically moving away from the common enemy of everyone, which is that Storm Circle. Macwood taking zone damage. Daedra as well. King slowly bouncing on through with the Shadow Bomb, and does land. Yes, but taking no storm damage, just playing right on the edge of it. Yeah, right on the edge of the zone right now. Will just stay boxed up for a brief moment. as now there's 36 players remaining. Stompy in the elimination feed. Arkram now goes down as well. You can see the elimination feed on the top left to keep track of your favorite players. There's so much is going on. This is what tunneling is. When you hear players mention tunneling, this is it right here. You move with the zone, you tunnel your way in, give yourself cover, but not a lot of materials left. Only 22 builds, and this zone is stacked. But look who's on the high ground. It's Mr. Savage and Benji Fishing.
That would be your 2 picks, so good for you. All right, I have to owe you a bet there. Mondo, unfortunately, do still have Nitro's still alive. I mean, listen, people are dying left and right, being eliminated. More Savage just used another shockwave grenade. He already had high ground, though. The question is, are people going to try to take it? You know that if you really want the chance to win this, you're going to have to try to take the high ground off him or have a rocket launcher to just take him out of it.
He's just so weak, and Mr. Savage just looks up and beams the player out of the air.
¿En solitario o no? Del 28. Este no es, este sí que es. Ese también. Terminal 27. Estamos en 27. 25. Terminado. Ya está de dúos. Hostia, no, 27. De hecho, esto va porque mira. Es el 28. Termina el 28. No.
Yes, they will!
Vale, han ganado esto.
Had the high ground and they used it the entire game. Rain fire from above. We're able to make up 5 elims plus 10 placement points. That's going to be 15 points. Game 1.
Talk about a monster game number 1. You saw the immediate reaction. They know how key that was. And I've watched so many games of competitive Fortnite, Ninja. They were the only duo left with still like 18 players remaining. When they get the high ground like that, they send one player down to get close. Scarlet was already weak, and there's just no shot. In the end, the veteran players of Zate and Saf take game number 1. And you know, Ninja, that was a big topic of conversation. Players with LAN experience, players who've been around the Fortnite competitive scene at these major events for a long time. Will they let the nerves get to them? Guess what? The answer is no. Zate and Saf take game number 1.
Kept their composure. It was absolutely incredible to watch, man. And seriously, these guys have been absolutely dominant in the World Cup qualifiers online. And it's only fair that they continue to show their dominance here at the actual World Cup stage.
Brilliant performance. You know that their game plan is always last as long as possible.
Absolutely.
But the fact that they made it through those storm surges, even with them not getting very aggressive, they had 0 elims down to those final few moments. Mr. Savage and Benji Fishy, we have to talk about them for a second as well. The European young duo, they were on the high ground. It was looking good, Ninja, but so many players focusing them, the shockwave grenades as well, and they had no healing left.
It's unfortunate, man. We have a group full of these players who are literally the best in the world. They know exactly how to win, right? So if they don't have the high ground, they know that whenever there is a moment, they have to shoot the high ground out with rockets, shockwave grenades. I think that's actually what happened. It's shockwaved up and knocked them off the high ground.
Yep.
But when you have shield like Zade and Nafted at the end there, and that high ground, I mean, it's over, man.
What a sigh of relief for those two.
Incredible first game. And we're only just getting started.
We're only just getting started. Remember, 6 games being played today in the duos competition, which $15 million will be rewarded tomorrow. We do it all over again, except with solos. So you want to stay glued to the streams here for the Fortnite World Cup Finals live from New York City. Use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Get involved in the conversation. Send to Ninja and I your thoughts after game number 1. Who surprised you? What are you looking forward to in games 2 through 6? For me, other things I noticed, man, you've got to be on your A game. When it comes down to taking note of where you are with the storm surge, those were longer storm surges that have lasted than I've ever seen before.
I've honestly never seen a storm surge affect the game so much.
Yep.
Because there are going to be 80 people left after the second circle. So, you know what I mean? Like, and these guys, they're not going to let you hit them. You know what I mean? And if you want to put shots on these guys, it's going to be when they're flying in the air, rotating, which you also expose yourself to a sniper shot, you know.
Absolutely.
High risk, high reward, man, right? Let's see how these guys change. I wonder if the guys who did get hurt a lot by the Storm Surge, are they going to make changes in the second game? Are they going to be a little bit more aggressive and trying to deal some damage as they rotate? That's what I want to know.
That's a great way to think of it. I know there were so many people that want to give their thoughts on these games, but over at Unreal Island, we've got our very own Sundown with his thoughts on Game 1.
Thank you so much, Courage and Ninja, in the first match of the duos competition is over in the Victor Royales. Well, experience wins out. We talked about Energy Zate and Ghost Sap and how they've been playing so long together, and that endgame was a prime example of textbook Zate and Sap. We're going to re-roll it one more time, and we're going to break down kind of how they were able to keep the control. Now, pay attention right away. You can see on the backside, Sap has one angle while Zate is going forward, and they're moving back over the tarps they've already established, but the angles they take make sure they're covering everything. They hear the shots below, they're putting the fire down towards them, and Scarlet is able to pick up Mitro, but doesn't have enough to get out. Zate and Sap, 5 eliminations, Victory Royale, 15 points, showing that their competitive experience, their experience on stage and at major LAN events is winning out right now. They say nerves, what nerves? We might as well be playing at home on our own stations because they are just that good. Match 1 is over. Time to get back over the stage for match 2. Ninja and Courage, take it away.
Thank you very much, Sundown. Great stuff as always there from Unreal Island outside of the venue, enjoying the event themselves. But again, game number 1 in the books. Obviously, so many updates to see exactly where we stack up. In the end, those final moments can be so hectic. So before we hop into game 2, we will have a standings update for you all at home. Who do you think's up top of it right now? Well, guess what? It's Sap and Zate, but...
And Benji, Mr. Savage, man. Just an incredibly clutch solo.
Both predictions. Both of our predictions.
And they're still up there. Guess what? Imagine when they're healthy, when they actually get some good rotation items. I love to see how they play in the late game.
Placement points so key. You did a great job putting out Mitro at the end. Not only does he stay alive, not only does he use his materials and his movement items, but he somehow finds 5 limbs, putting his team from probably an abysmal game 1 to top 3 in our leaderboards. Again, here are your standings from game number 1. Dubs and Mega, they wind up making it through as well, and that's because of Mega staying alive too.
Absolutely, incredibly talented duo, man. Honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing what Aiden can do. Step it up in the next game. Game 2 is about to be on its way. Are you ready?
I am ready. Ladies and gentlemen, in this sold-out arena, are you guys ready for game number 2? Oh yeah, they are. Oh yeah, they are. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The battle bus has launched. Game number 2 of the Fortnite World Cup Duo Finals is underway.
Again, I'm just going to keep saying it, the most nerve-wracking part of any competition, but definitely Fortnite for me, is the second you jump out of that bus.
Yep.
Right, once you hit the ground, once these players hit the ground, they're going to definitely have hopefully less nerves, going to get back into the flow, back into the farming mentality. And man, I'm looking at these llamas on my screen, I'm just hoping that they find them. There's nothing greater than finding the new upgraded llamas at 350 mats.
Dude, they're insane. And they're everywhere. And look, wait, can we look at the map? Look at the north side. You've got 3 llamas in a very small area.
Llamas.
And many players have gotten better at spotting llamas from very, very far away.
I mean, the one thing I was telling my teammate Malachi, I was like, listen, man, sometimes you just actually have to tell yourself, hey, we should probably look for llamas as we're flying in, because usually you're looking for players who's going to be landing next to you. But if you actually keep an eye out for that adorable pink, purple, and blue llama,
and there's one.
I mean, look, you're just going to get rewarded with shield, rotation. There's shadow bomb storm, campfires, minis. I mean, these are incredibly valuable.
And remember, materials get capped at 500 of each type. So when you get 350, it's done its job for you. You can spend much less time looting and, farming, and much more time looting. And look at Zate perfectly using the Shadow Bomb Ninja. For players at home who are wondering how he just used it for way more than the 6 seconds it actually lets you use it for, explain a little bit of staying on the side of the mountain.
Yeah, all you have to do is continue that jump animation.
zone right now basically gets cut off at Dusty Divot and Neo Tilted, and the rest of the north side of the map are in play. So everyone near the middle and south side will have to move, and you see an elimination feed very early on.
A ver.
Elevate does get cut down.
No me pasa la partida, no me pasa nada.
For the duo with 100 Thieves right there, you gotta wonder if Arkham is still alive. Either way though, Daedra and M11Z
looks like they have players
down in Loot Lake, Lucky Landing, and they do have a duo nearby.
Looks like they're obviously back away. Lucky Landing is not really a character behind it. Two people more than two people landing. One of them is going to be losing the other. Yu Wang in a fight right now, popping that last big shield all the way.
Vamos la Goku, más esto por acá.
Once he gets an elimination.
Ya está.
And gets
And look at how good these stink grenades are right now. Strand and Mexi have lost so much HP off the start of this one, just from getting ticks. The spray does come on through.
Esto es Goku para mí,
Down on the Yu Wang. So another player putting their attention towards this fight.
on a line of sight.
Snobby, but KBB does
El
go
punto
down.
hay, pero
All by himself, and
no salen.
Material Slap Ninja.
Can't even take a wall.
They're really, this is an abysmal position to be in. Yu Wang knows that. Trying to fall back to his teammate to maybe sneak a revive, but I just don't
A lot of
see
these players really are kind of hesitant. You know what I mean? They don't necessarily want to push. There is a third party now. They don't have a lot of shield.
Are they going to get
So
it off
the
in
right
time?
play?
They're going to push forward.
Yu Wang no shield. And he's going to get the double. He's going to get the double and the revive on KBB.
Este tío bueno, ¿eh?
Shockwave grenades that just slid down the ramp.
Yu Wang takes them down. The four builds left. I believe there was some help. The shots that came in from that third team getting nearby, which weakened them at first. Yu Wang
Dentro de
gets
20
the
minutos
double
tengo
last
un
right there.
interesante con
What a
Mayo.
swing for the
Yo creo.
duo. Shot does come in on the Keys, though, as another fight going down just outside the desert side of the map. Keys and Slacks.
Dentro de poco tenéis un vídeo de un reto con un amigo.
And guess what? These guys are at the farthest point.
He hecho unos cuantos directos con él.
Now they can't afford
Unos dos.
right? The longer this takes, they're not going to be able to get materials. They're going to be burning all the materials in the fight right now.
Eso, pero,
That was a clean knock on Landjock. And Landjock and Punisher went down early last game as well, and it looks like Landjock will suffer the same fate here.
Upgraded combat shotgun, you know he's going to take that. Punisher trying to make some plays here. Still now it is a 2-on-1 situation. Just need to play the numbers advantage. And again, Storm is about to start moving, so they're going to have to make some plays sooner rather than later.
No ammunition. Very build. No shield. This spells disaster, and Punisher goes down, and there's the frustration in the player camera right there. Slacks and Keys, 2 quick eliminations. But you mentioned they can't afford to do that. It takes so much time in that defense. They've got to go very far still. Now over to Neo Tilted, Clicks and Skeptic.
eso, para el torneo, eso, güey. A ver, año y pico, ¿vale? Que no sé si fue suerte o algo. Que vale, justamente, si tú te vas facilidad de que te quita toda la vida, tienes un salto de discos, la tiras y le salvas. ¿Sabes?
What he's doing right now, which is branch out, continue to build these little 1x1s with pyramids, try to confuse your opponents of where you actually are healing up.
Skeptic just 8 builds left. They're trying to stay alive right now. They do have the number advantage. Has time to pop 1 mini.
Me dejaron, me cago con una, me dejaron subir al principio de la partida y después me quedé y dije, no voy a morir. ¿Cómo se llama esto? Y ay, me tiré y de una de esos me salvó la vida. Es muy grande. Es muy grande. Pero jalazo y me trabé.
Heavy sniper rifle are taking opponents' walls. Look, they're just stealing and bum rushing, and that's going to be it.
And there's no shot right there. Skeptic. You saw, hey, putting on a show. I love it. The man does YouTube for a reason. But then also a fantastic play. I think speaks a little bit too soon.
Si no hablo mucho con ayer, es que este torneo no vamos a hablar. Porque como que, estos dos no te vas creativo. Como que son putaciones.
shield. Hopefully we're going to drop some minis. Being the good team that he is, I'm sure he's calling it out right now. But it is also a 2-on-1, and they don't know, we don't know how weak this guy is right now, but if he's trying to trade, and there's a double shotgun shot for over 21 white. Players no shield left are going to try to put the pressure on. Sean has health, and there's the power presses are being.
Para la primera quedan muchas personas.
They're saying, you know, you would have thrown the trap down by now. And there it is. And look at the take from Aiden. The jump out to the side, and they'll be rewarded with shields, with materials. And look, Aiden actually, there was 2 big shields. Yeah. Aiden's gonna get the full health.
¿Qué?
Incredible, man. See,
¿Cuánto
so far in this game, Aiden has done 434 damage, has taken 300 as well, and he's near backup to max health. I know Aiden is a crowd favorite here. Every time the camera goes on, there's a big cheer from this sold-out arena.
Those of you guys who don't know, the Storm Circle's about to update right now. We just saw our second one, forcing everyone out of the north and east side of the map. Also, guess what? Every single llama was found. Yep. All 5 llamas have been found, so we have some probably high material players right now.
Primero, cuando digo porque yo me quiero usar 1 hora. Hoy no puedo usar 1 hora. Vale, ya llevo tiempo. Vale, dejarle 1 hora. Lo dejaré 1 hora. Para ver si se escucha todo bien, y todo. Para ver si se escucha todo bien, y todo. Como muy bien se escucha. Pero creo que se perdió. A ver.
But there's 84 teams, 84 players left still.
Yep. I guess that's a testament to our observers backstage. Great stuff to them. Sizlucky does take a bit of in the inventory, and Ninja like a dolphin. Chug splashes have came into this game and they've completely taken competitive by storm.
Yo de repente se escucha muy bien el directo para eso. Es que la persona yo tampoco la escucho tanto. Pero si hago una cosa sí que se puede escuchar. Mejor que ahora. A yo también me lo sé, pero que vosotros lo escuchéis bien. Así debía estar hablando. Así debía estar hablando. ¿Qué voy a hacerlo? Commander. De paso, a ver, yo tengo español en el iPad.
Automático hacia lo más alto con las rotaciones. Así mismo vemos que se mantienen ahí estáticos un poco, probando suerte, dañando ese boloncho, lo destruían ahí, caía nuevamente la buena defensa, creo que está solo.
El directo este me ha atrasado. Ahora no, el directo me ha atrasado. Hay que estar haciendo otras partidas. ¿Puede ser o no puede ser?
Big thing to note, look at his zone. He has to push. That's it. He has to push. He has 52 health, but the zone is right at his back. He's got to go. Don't even worry about Storm Surge. They're 446 of health
as well.
This is done.
Going to be taken down. I mean, that's just the worst position to be in any competitive game, is being weak, low
me quedan una hora para que me, 100% me lo den.
I think for me, the argument for the famous moments in Fortnite history was the Nick Merckx and Aiden duo where they made it into the big bonus about a year ago, and a crowd popped off. Well, they're always scrappy getting into eliminations. Here, the stat popped up for a second. Aiden and Sean had done 680 damage in the game. The average in the lobby was 80. They were 600 above in this lobby already. Unfortunately, though, when you fight that much, there's a higher chance of you going down. Speaking of potential fights, here's Sizzlucky and Brush, who we saw earlier on in the last game at Fatal Fields, struggle to us. Another tough spot.
Estuvimos.
Decent rotation out of two shadows on each pad again. I always want to keep stressing that. You guys have some long pads, leave one shadow. One shadow can get you into another.
Vale. No me acuerdo de todo ahora. Shark City. Pero a ver. Es un punto que la gente va a ir top 5. Hasta top 5. El que va a llegar es 15. Que se puso 2. Se hace uno más. Espérate. Este que son más pero un mongrel. Sí, ya vi. ¿En qué zona están? Sí, vale. En la zona creo que son muertos, ya, porque muy muchos.
Oh, absolutely. If you guys can get up on top of those, guess what? You have ultimate high ground on the map without having to place any mats. Yep. It's incredible. You can't get sniped from above, and you can deal as much damage as you want. Also, it's incredibly difficult to shoot players that are up there. 100%. But it's important to know that after the 5th circle closes in, those air vents will stop working. So if you don't have any rotation to get down,
una cosa, y como más o menos al Fortnite. De la bastera. Y los ojos se siguen. Así como así. Aquí estoy como con what the fuck, mira. Asegúrate, nunca. De 2 ahí. Lo que son consta ahí. Esto no me gusta mucho. Una tarde. Es que sale tarde o se puede hacer ahí. Vamos a ahí.
Left in this one, 35 duos. And you see Arkram and Falconer. It looks like they did a duo shockwave to try to fly across the map together.
Hello. No se puede con el baby que tengo yo. Haciéndolo. Yo justamente iba ahí, pero me acuerdo que tenía esto. Mira, un torneo, una competición de skatepark. Y te esto no me acordaba. Uno de ellos está muerto. Hay un japonés, disparado, Estamos todo el rato por la ventana apuntando, creo. Sí, mucho rato.
He started the game at Snobby Shores with that clutch. KBB did go down, so they're still in this one. Still has that beautiful blue combat.
¿Es YouTube? ¿Está vivo? Son 6 partidas y una hora. Estaré 97. Déjame 20 minutos o no sé si caramba. Mira, una cosa, finaliza directo, como son 27, si no me da mal, puedo hacer directo. ¿Vale? ¿Ok? Aquí está.
And this zone ninja, it just moved over.
Le like, suscribiros y la campanita. Bye bye.